Hey everybody, this is Lunch Tray here, and today I'm going to be coming at you with a topic of choice. Uh, I don't know if you like this subject or topic. Of course, it's a subject that everybody has grown accustomed to, whether you like it or dislike it. It's just something that's been incorporated in all of our lives from the very beginning of life. And that topic is math. You might hate it, you might love it, you might have mixed feelings about it. Your relationship with it might not be tight. But what I have to say is that honestly, the reason why that some people have a weird relationship with it or just really don't understand it, I personally think that math just is unsolvable. And the reason why is mainly because it's man made, but at the same time it's just like sometimes you wonder why is things the way the way that they are, like why is 1 plus 1 equals 2? I mean, it's simple stuff. Some people be like, "Oh man, you're stupid. Like, why do you think that?" It's like, of course, 1 plus 1 equals 2. It's just like, well, it's like without having objects, how would you prove 1 plus 1 is 2? And how do you even know the word 1 means 1? Like, our minds have been sort of instilled with this thought that the word 1 means the number 1. I don't know if that makes any sense, but like, think about it. 1. In your head, did the number 1 or just one of an object came to mind? And it's just like, think about it. 1. I mean, that's how I feel about each subject or each number, I should say, because like somebody decided to create these images aloud and in person, and they decided to give a name to it, and just everybody afterwards just decided to adapt that sort of mentality that these are numbers and that these numbers are solid. But I don't want to go too far ahead on that, but I want to get on to the more specific topic that I want to talk about. It's pretty basic. I'm pretty sure everybody knows it. If not, then talk with somebody that you know that is really familiar with this specific part of math, and I'm pretty sure everybody's like had some shape or way or form of this sort of math, and that is multiplication and division. Now, I don't know if you have or haven't, but you probably are still in kindergarten, maybe first grade. I don't know. I think I remember learning multiplication in like second, third grade. So the exception, I mean, some kids nowadays are learning it at a earlier age, so making older people look a little unintelligent, but I'm not gonna say it like that. But what I do want to say is that there are different types of people when it comes to math, whether it's multiplication, division, or other subjects or topics in math. And I do know that there are some people that either get it or they don't get it. They understand or they don't understand. Now, I don't know which category you are. I'm not gonna judge if you don't understand something in comparison to somebody else, but I was like the in between sort of person, so I'm not gonna judge anything you have in going on in your brain that either makes you able to understand math or makes you not understand math. So I thought I should say that ahead of time so that way it doesn't sound like I'm making fun of anybody. If it sounds like that, I do apologize. That's not my intentions, but there are some people that either understand it, don't understand, trying to understand, just trying to understand and just don't get it. People that just want to just cry. And then, of course, the cheaters, which are essentially all of the above, but just utilizing somebody that does understand math. But you know who you are. But I'm not going to call any names out. But what I do want to say is just I want to take a moment and bring up a specific thing that I wanted to share, and that's with the concept of division more specifically. multiplication, when it goes into decimals, is just like, well, how does whole numbers give you a portion of a whole number? But that probably makes a lot more sense. I'm probably just overthinking it or underthinking. I don't know. But when it comes to division, the one thing that really comes to mind is just two things. One, um, fractions like 3/3, and then the second one is any number divided by zero. Now, why I said divided 3 by 3 or 3/3 would be because when you break it down into individual fractions, like 1/3, 1/3, 1/3, you would get 0.33. But if you were to add 0.33, you would get 0.99 or 99 if you were to use the little repeating sign. It's like, well, you added all 3/3 together. How is it not equivalent to 1? It's just like, well, that's where man made math comes from. No one gives you a explanation to it. They just said just round it up. But not everything is meant to be rounded up. I mean, everything's just supposed to be the exact number. Now, I don't know if you like share that sort of feeling with me, but I just don't see how you can just tell people to overlook the little problems that are occurring in math, but I might be just overlooking it or underlooking or just being over dramatic about this, but I thought I'd share it. But as far as like dividing by zero, I personally think that the answer is not non-applicable, but rather it's actually either zero or the number that you're dividing by. So that would mean that it's the same as multiplying or dividing by 1. Now, some people are like, well, that can't be. Well, how can two numbers do the exact same thing? Well, I don't really know how to say that, but I mean, if people can say that other things in math are correct, such as rounding up to make a number whole, then I believe that this is possible. I mean, I at the moment don't have any factual information to bring up how this works, but just hear me out. I mean, how does, let's say, 8 divided by 2 work? So let's say $8. You divide it by 2 people, you would get $4 per person, right? How about 8 divided by 0? So $8 divided by 0 people would get you how many dollars per person? 0. I mean, you would be like, well, there wasn't any people to begin with, so how would you be able to do that? But at the same time, what does the 8 go? I mean, it's still $8. I mean, it could be just lying around, but there's still $8. I mean, $8 just doesn't disappear. I mean, if 8 times 0 is 0, then wouldn't 8 divided by 0 still be 0 or 8? I don't know. Just something I thought I'd share. I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts about it? Uh, I kind of uploaded a little bit later than I expected, but that was me trying to figure out how to operate this editing software, OBS. I don't use it often. Um, just thought I'd give it a whirl and just like, give you guys what I thought about it. If you like what I had to say, give it a like, comment, subscribe to your boy, share the video if you think somebody might have an opinion about it, might differ, might agree with what I had to say. And with that, I will give you guys a good night rest. Peace.